What's up, everyone? Today we are in Civitavecchia, Rome. I guess you wouldn't really see that based on my cabin. However, I think it's time I finally got another video out. So, switching up the format a little bit, I figure if I try many things, way different styles, filming styles, what I film my videos on, the pacing, the music, everything. If I switch it all up, I'm gonna find my own style. I'm gonna find something that sticks. But I kept thinking that like I needed to create these giant cinematic pieces for every single video that I was making. And what it really comes down to now is why I'm making these videos. And that's mainly to document this whole process of being on a cruise ship, traveling the world, learning 3D, doing all these different projects. And so I can look back at these videos and see all the stuff that I've done, and then also like share my whole experience with you guys, people who are watching, and sort of just be able to talk about like this whole process. It's really great. It's also really therapeutic in a way, which is awesome. Okay, so it's October 2nd, and the reason why that's a really big deal is we've now entered Work Hard October. So what's Work Hard October? Well, all right, last April, where it all began was, last April, my girlfriend and I were working on a ship together, and we decided that we really wanted to just double down on all the things we wanted to do and give no excuses whatsoever to finally get anything that we wanted to get done finished. So for the entire month of April, you couldn't say like, oh, you know what, I've wanted to finish this one project, but you know, I've been sick, or actually, speaking of which, if you're wondering why do I sound like that, I'm currently recovering from a nasty cold that I just contracted over the last like week. Oh, it was awful. And especially for like my singing voice, because you know that's why I'm here. And anyway, so I'm currently getting over that, so pardon the occasional sniffle. Anyway, back to it. Work Hard April was basically, you couldn't say no. You had to double down on a project. You had to wake up every morning and say, you know what, just do it. Just get through it, because sometimes that's what you gotta do, you know? You can't just... I find that, for me, motivation can sometimes be hard to come by, and I find that as soon as I start pushing myself to actually get something done, that's when I get more motivation. So instead of motivation causing action, action is actually causing the motivation. And therefore, as soon as I get to work on something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like let's go, let's finish this. Which is exactly what I'm feeling right now. Because we're now in Work Hard October. And I have lots of goals for Work Hard October. Let's talk about a couple of them. Okay, so the goals for this October are pretty vast. Okay, so the main goal of Work Hard October is to produce a video every single week, and that's exactly what I am going to do. So originally, what I wanted to do was create episodes like these every single week, and I had found that just simply is not possible. To the quality of content that I want to be able to create, it's just not what I want. It's not something that I could show to people and say like, hey, this is what I've been really working on and like really sinking my teeth into, and this is the kind of content that I want to like show off to people in like portfolio situations, things like that. But I still wanted to be able to create content every single week. So the idea now is to create multiple types of videos, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have about 4 different types of videos. 4? So the first type of video is this. It's an episode in the series called The Imaginative World of Jeremy Seiner. And that's where I take all of everything that I'm working on and like kind of compact it into a bit of a longer type of episode. So a long form content, not necessarily 10 minutes long, but maybe like 20 minutes long, something that has like some kind of like arc to it, or something that has like a full-on, you know, like it kind of encapsulates what's going on this whole amount of time. Second type of video is tutorials. Now, I did kind of tease a little bit that I was working on a tutorial. Every single episode that I'm creating, I'm also writing a blog post for, which has more links, more in-depth discussion, more of my thoughts kind of written out in a word form than it is like in like a spoken or like video form. I like to do that because I think that people can choose which kind of way they want to like consume the content that I'm creating. Sometimes it's easier to just skim through the headlines of a blog post that I have and then dive deeper, or you just prefer to watch the video straight out, or you could do both. You could do anything. The world's your oyster. So I teased a little bit in that last blog post about doing a tutorial, and that's exactly that. These tutorials are going to be designed to teach you the concepts that I'm learning, and also not just maybe, you know, take you from A to B to C, you know, click this button and then drag this here and you'll get exactly the same thing that I have. That's not the point. The point is that you learn the concepts so that you can apply them to your own creations. And also, teaching is the best form of learning for me as well, because I really have to learn what I'm talking about. So that's, it works on all sides. It's brilliant. Okay, so video number 3, the third video type, is a travel themed video. It's called Travel Time, and it makes so much sense. I'm literally traveling around the world. I want to document all those places too, and the edits that I'm thinking about for this kind of video are going to allow me to both work on like a really great, you know, travel kind of vlog, but also give me free time to continue to work on all of my other videos and projects at the same time. And that's exactly the point of having these multiple video types, because the amount of effort that I needed to create a single episode of this series just completely overtakes any other project. Exactly. So yeah, so the travel time ones are gonna like highlight, they might be a bit shorter, but they're gonna have like more kind of like B-roll, like YouTube editing kind of style, where I just document the places that I'm going. Okay, so the final type of video that I'm gonna have on this channel, I'm sorry, it's turnaround day. Right behind me is the gangway that they load on all of the luggage from all of the passengers. So maybe recording this right now is not the best time, but this happens all day. So the fourth type of video is called Watch Me Work. And it all comes from my interest in live streaming. Now, I really can't live stream on a ship. The Wi-Fi is just too unpredictable. It's also not that strong right now as opposed to where we are, because it's all based on satellites and yeah. So I'm going to instead just record and talk about a particular project that I'm working on, a part of it. Say I need to model something in 3D and then texture it and you know, like, and create it. I find that like I really enjoy watching somebody go through a whole process and sort of narrate their thoughts and experiment and try things, and sometimes things will work, sometimes things won't work. What is it? What is it? It's basically me going through a project, talking about my thoughts and you know, why am I doing something like this? Why am I modeling this here? You know, oh, you know what? Here's a really cool tip that I wouldn't have thought of, like, that I wouldn't have thought of sharing. Like, let's do this, this, and this. And I don't want it to be like 4 hours long. I want it to be something that's easy to, you know, to watch and ingest. I really like to watch people work, you know. I like to go and be a fly on the wall, and, you know, it would be like a dream of mine to like go to a game studio and just like be a fly on the wall and watch someone, you know, create a level out of nothing, or even like pre-production or like concept work, just like seeing like somebody take something and put it on a piece of paper and say, you know, okay, I want to include all these elements together and create this world. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to bring that experience to YouTube and show you what I'm working on in the process of creating all these bigger projects. so most of these videos are going to cover creating things for the other videos. It's like videoception, and it can be anything. It can be anything from like, I need to create this substance material in Substance Designer, and I need to create this sort of concrete, or I need to create this wood pattern. Here's how I'm doing it. I'm going to take it all together and edit it and make it into a content that you can watch and learn from. Overall, that's kind of what it comes down to. If you ever have the question of like, oh, well, I wonder what it's like to really make something like that, that's what this video is for. I have no idea how long it's going to be. I have no idea what the overall way it's going to go, but that's the exciting part, and comes to my last point of this section of the video. Welcome to the floor. Okay, so my last point here is that okay, so my last point here is that I'm just tired of like trying to plan all these giant videos and then just have nothing come of it. I want to just be able to hit record, make the videos that I want to make, and get them out there, get the conversation started, and create content that overall I hope helps people and informs people, and that documents this whole experience. So the multiple video types are going full force with Work Hard October. Alright, so I just wanted to film a little video explaining a little bit about what Work Hard October really is, what it's about, what's going on. There's so much that's going to be happening this month, and I've only talked about the video aspect of what it's all about, really. There's still like two completely different, like unrelated to anything I've talked to thus far, projects it's going to be a packed month. We're on day 2, and I've got to actually work on editing some Instagram photos. So I'm going to upload this video. I just wanted to fill you in. If you want to follow me on this journey, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can be notified when I post a new video, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. All right, bye for now.